Hey Nick, Trick Bennell, the Charlotte Observer. I'm curious in these odd situations where there are prearranged trades. Two things. One, I was curious if you knew that the Pelicans were drafting on the Hornets' behalf. In other words, did you know that that's where you were going to end up, or was there some initial level of confusion? And also, wondered if you'd talked to any about the Hornets, who obviously need rebounding and have only one center on contract. Sort of what they saw in you.
To answer your first question, my agents called me before the whole entire thing went down. They told me everything that was happening. They didn't tell me the Pelicans first. They only told me Charlotte, which was confusing for me at first. But then I saw on TV that I did get picked by the Pelicans and then moved to Charlotte. The second part is
they need help. They clearly need help in big men. They only have one center under contract.
Yeah, I think that's what when they came to see me work out in New York, I think that's one of the big reasons why I think they were really interested in me. I feel like I could come in there and just make contribution to their team on the defensive end. I think that's why they were really focused on me.
Thank you.
We'll go to Danny and then Sam Purley.
Nick, Danny Thompson with the three-point conversion. Welcome to Charlotte, by the way. Two questions. Number one, you're playing with a former teammate of yours in PJ Washington. How good does it feel to have somebody that you've kind of been around to show you the ropes? And number two, I think to piggyback on Rick's question, the Hornets have struggled with rebounding. What do the people in Charlotte need to know about you who've never seen you play that they could expect from you this season?
It's going to be more comfortable knowing that one of my friends are on the team, someone I could actually, adjust with. PJ and I, we've talked already. He's excited for me to come, and I'm excited to be there soon. The fans at Charlotte, they can expect a high energy, athletic big. I got to run the court all the time. I got to give 110% on each possession. Someone that's, they can count on to when it's necessary for them to win.
We'll go to Sam.
Hey, Nick, congratulations. Sam Purley with Hornets.com. You are originally from Jamaica, which is, kind of not necessarily a country that produces a tremendous amount of basketball talent. What does it mean for you to, again, come from a place like that to make the NBA and the pride you have, kind of doing this for your home country?
It's actually really good for my country. We actually are on the edge of developing our basketball program. I've had numerous people contact me about it, just trying to build it up and, try to get more kids into it, because they're seeing what this has done for people like me, getting a scholarship to go to college and having a future in the NBA. So, just for any little kid that is aspiring to be like me or try to be better than me, just to make the NBA is like my job, and just to inspire them and just hope that I could just make them believe that they can do it as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. We'll go to Mike Solarte and then Matt Rochinski.
Thanks, Trav. Hey, Nick, welcome to Charlotte. When you got the news that you were going to Charlotte and you processed everything and you realized, okay, I got PJ there, did you kind of maybe digest the rest of the roster a little bit and think, man, we got a lot of young guys that can really play with Bridges and Devontae and the list goes on. I mean, how do you see yourself fitting with that young group, and is that kind of an exciting opportunity for you to be around a young group like that?
I honestly watched the Charlotte play a couple times just because of PJ. I watched some watched some of the games during the season. I know that most of the team is very young. It's a lot of guys that are under 28. But it's going to be a fun time for me. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go in head first and just try to soak up as much knowledge and just try to get as much experience as fast as possible.
Thank you.
Nick, welcome to Charlotte. Congratulations on joining the team. You're a young, athletic big man. You said it yourself, but watching you play, you're an aggressive guy too. Can you just talk about that mentality that you're going to bring to the game, especially in the paint, to get after things and really try and dominate in there?
And honestly, that's just something that comes naturally to me. I feel like whatever role I play, I try to be good at it no matter what. So at Kentucky, I was more of a paint presence. Just trying to get as much offensive rebounds, trying to get as many blocks, trying to get as many rebounds, trying to get as many defensive stops as possible. So that was just something that was one of my roles at Kentucky, and that's something that I think I can excel at in the NBA.
Next, we go to Rick.
Hey, Nick, you probably saw this. Late last night, Coach Kale did kind of a sales pitch for you on Twitter, saying that, he thought that there was a lot of NBA value in you. I'm curious, with your experience in college, are there things that you think that you can provide to an NBA team that wouldn't necessarily have been obvious to a scout based on what they saw in Kentucky games?
I honestly think that there's some parts of my game that I haven't been able to show yet, but also there's some parts of my games that I'm working on to get better at every single day. At the first game in the NBA, I feel like the one thing that could translate right away is my defense. I feel like my defensive ability will be able to carry over into the NBA and just help me be as successful as possible.
When you mentioned there are specific things you're working on, what are the holes that you are addressing?
Definitely my offensive game, just my overall offensive game. Trying to play in the mid post, shoot the ball a little bit better, play out of a short roll into a pass. Just my overall offensive game. I was just trying to improve upon.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Any other questions for Nick this morning?
I got one real quick, Brian.
Go ahead, Danny.
Nick, I know there's been a lot of downtime between the end of college basketball season and, being drafted last night. What are some of the players that you've studied or whose game that you would consider yourself similar towards?
Definitely Clint Capella, but still being able to shoot the ball a little bit better, and a young Tyson Chandler.